Hi everybody, welcome to this corner of the internet. As you know, I'm Kasonde Kalenga. If you're here for the first time, welcome. If you are a regular, then welcome back to my channel. If self-development, inspiration, growing in faith and lifestyle are your thing, then you're in the right place.
Take her higher, higher, fly about the valley in the fire.
Today is a little bit of a different video. As you can see, I've got an intruder. I've got an intruder in my video. My young brother, Chongo Mutale, is here to join me and he'll be asking me random questions. And I will be answering those random questions. And maybe I'll fire him back with some questions as well. So, yeah. Just introduce yourself, Chongo, so that... But please don't say you're a content creator because you're not.
Okay, why are you going to say that? Hi everyone, my name is Chongo Mitali. I'm Kasonde Kalenga's younger brother, as she said. I'm not a content creator, as she said. I'm just here for vibes.
Okay, you can go ahead.
First question I think would be, who inspires you and why?
I've got quite a number of people. Are you looking for one specific
Just
person?
one person.
That's really deep.
On earth at least.
On earth?
Yeah.
Like somebody who's alive and walking? Okay, let me not say alive and walking.
If I say dead, expect, or not dead rather, but if I leave it at that, I would expect to hear like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but now you said like a human being who's right now walking here and living the human life.
Yeah.
Okay, who inspires me? But still, that's quite a number of people. Can I pass?
No, just one person. I don't care if they hear it or not. But, yeah.
Okay, a certain female leader called Debola Deji Kurumi. I think she inspires me quite a lot. I like her.
Okay.
Yeah.
The question was, who inspires you
And why?
Yeah.
Okay, because she's just bold and audacious and she loves God, but she expresses him differently in the different spheres that she occupies. For instance, she expresses him in policy making, in church when she's preaching, when she's singing, and I just find that very unique. I really like that.
I think everyone's found to watching her.
Yeah, she's just a very well-rounded believer. I like her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my next question is a bit of an expect on
You guys can see how I'm answering these questions. I'm really good at this.
But my next question would be, what advice would you give to the younger generation of girls who are coming up and lost in the whole space of, I say lost in the whole space of because I believe there are quite a number of young ladies who are a bit lost in finding out who they are and who they want to be, their identity, and chasing after the things that may be void and empty, and just in a space that can be quite confusing and may have them doing things they may not want to do or things they may end up regretting later on in life.
I really feel like your question has answered itself, like even just within the questions with all the examples that you've given. But what I would tell the younger generation of women, I still feel like I'm very young though, so it's hard.
Yeah, you are, but I mean...
Yeah, but anyway, there's still a younger generation of women. I think what I would tell the younger generation of women is let your identity come from God first and have high value, like value yourself so much. I imagine, when you get into Woolies here in Zambia, at least, when you get into Woolies, right? There are people who don't get into Woolies simply because they believe they can't afford it.
Okay.
And I think we should all be like that. Like, be
again.
like a Woolies product.
Say that again.
There are people who don't get into please, this is not even quotable. There are people who don't get into Woolworths simply because they don't believe that they can afford anything in Woolworths. Do you get it?
They get into Woolworths.
They don't get into Woolworths. They don't bother turning into Woolworths because they don't believe they can afford anything in Woolworths. So the people who go to Woolworths are going there because there's a desire to buy. Okay. And probably they have the resources to buy, or they know that in the near future they will have the resources to buy. Because I be getting into Woolworths, guys. I be getting in there. But what I'm just trying to say is that they value the product so much that they don't waste their time going there because they can't afford it. So I think every young woman should have that mindset of themselves that I'm so valuable that nobody comes to me if they know that they can't like meet the standard of my value. And I hope that makes sense. So yeah, one is your identity is in Christ. Then number two is that value yourself so much that the people who come to you for a good reason. They don't come to you because they just want to sleep around. They don't come to you because they know that Kasonde is not the person to go to if I'm looking to go to the club every weekend. Do you get what I mean? I think another thing is love God and just love Him completely. And I'm not saying that means you do every religious discipline perfectly, but I'm just saying have a heart towards God, because the love of God is what constrains us and and helps us to do the right thing per time. Yeah. So that's what I'll tell the younger generation. Identity, love God, and have very high values.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think my final question.
Okay.
Final question.
Final question.
Would be. I think it's very simple. What are things that echo? You know how in life, right? Sorry, I have to start with this tomorrow. Yeah. But in life,
It's okay.
Our conscious can be like a whole audience watching a movie of your own life.
Okay, interesting way to look at it.
Yeah, and the audience is there shouting in different moments like, yo, you would have done that instead of, yeah.
Okay,
So
that's interesting.
what's one thing the audience is going to you to do that you have heard but procrastinate on?
I feel like that's exposing myself. I think seeking God more. I think there's been a conviction to seek God more, but to be honest, I've been procrastinating because sometimes I'm just scared. I'm just like, if I seek God and then now I go too far.
Fair.
I go too far, and then there's that. But also, at the same time, there's also the voice that keeps saying that you can actually do quite a lot. Like you can do quite a lot. But anyway, I feel like you've asked me a lot of questions, and I feel like this question is too exposing. So I'm going to be asking you two questions. Number one, who's one of the men in the past year who's been inspiring to you?
Only one?
Only one. You just say the name, and if I want, I'll ask you why.
One.
Yeah.
One. Wow. I didn't think of it myself when asking.
Thank you.
I think our father.
Okay, why?
Why?
He would blush if he saw this. Why?
Don't show him this. But because I see each and everything he endures, like you can see it in him, and I would tell myself like, if I was in that situation, I don't think I would have handled it like that. Also because I'm still growing, I guess, but like it's still just like, wow, man, I didn't think you'd be this man who's not perfect, of course you're not, but like you.
Man's daddy are perfect.
I
Yeah. Perfect.
you embody some sense of you embody, okay, allow me to just make it broad. You embody Corinthians is depiction of love.
1 Corinthians 13.
Yeah, that you embody that, and also
That's actually true. Can I just cut you off just for a bit? I actually agree. Even if you side eye me, this is my YouTube. My YouTube.
You're going to cut me off when I'm speaking.
On my YouTube. But no, I really get that, because I think I used to think of it like as well, that he really knows how to love through difficult seasons. You can continue.
Yeah, I think also only after I got to understand his story or listen to his story is when I understood the fact that he who embody love like that, because he's enjoyed things and he's been through things that have put him in situations to be like, oh, when Chongo is behaving like this, I was once his age, and so in his shoes I understand why he's
behaving the way
exactly.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Second question. Second question is, what's one thing that you think that what's one thing that you think God is enjoying about you right now? One thing.
I don't know if he is enjoying anything right now, honestly. Only because I know myself and I know what I'm going through. But I would say maybe one thing.
One thing.
Just one thing. Maybe my endurance to want to try again.
That's good.
Yeah.
Perseverance.
Yeah.
That's actually really good. That's really good. That's something that I believe that's something. I believe that's something that God definitely loves, because in Romans chapter 5, is it chapter 5, where it talks about suffering? Rejoice in your sufferings, because what? Suffering produces perseverance, produces, that scripture. Yeah, so it's actually a good thing. Because at the end of the day, character produces hope. So that's the most important thing.
Hope produces faith?
No, it's hope is the last thing, and hope never fails.
Okay.
Yeah, hope never fails. So that's actually good. Do you have any last random fire question? Very random, doesn't need to be biblical.
For you?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, anything. If this were that kind of question, just fire away.
Are you happy?
Yes, I'm so happy, especially after today. I think I've expressed a lot of joy today, and that was good. I am happy. Yeah. That was good. I think this was a good session. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it was too. Okay. I think you can just put my handle here. Yeah. Right? Yeah.
On my YouTube. Hey!
It's my handle.
Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys had a lovely time. I know we had a lovely time. I love a good conversation, so
Yeah.
of course. So thank you, Chongo, for coming.
Next time it will be my channel.
Shout out to crew members.
Oh, shout out to the best crew members in the city. These guys are like the two introverts. I couldn't even include them in this situation. I said, please mind your business. Just turn on the camera. But shout out to my husband and my younger brother Chisha, who are behind the camera. They made sure that the phone and the tripod stand was in place. They made sure the ring light was doing that. So as you can, this is their perfection, really. So thank you so much, you guys. We love you. And then thank you, Chongo, for coming to my channel.
Like I said, next time it may be my channel.
Absolutely. And you know what? I don't mind coming to support you on your channel. Yeah. I think he wants to be a content creator, but it is well. Thank you guys so much. I hope you had a lovely time. If you watched up to this point, then don't forget to like, share, and hit that notification button. But if you aren't subscribed, subscribe to this channel. It's fun here. It's really, really nice here. Thank you so much. Do you have any last words for our viewers?
Pray, love, and grow. Yeah.
Anyway, he should be in the Back, remember, you can. Yeah.
Take